All right, so there's a Jussie Smollett story is exploding now. And I didn't cover it, as you know, in the beginning because I don't think my audience really has a lot invested in Mr. Smollett. And I'd let the celebrity press, TMZ, those people handle it. So I kind of stayed away from it for about 10 days. And I didn't know what happened. And, you know, when a crime victim goes into the hospital and talks to the police and says, I got beat up and stuff happened to me, you know, I don't think it's fair to anybody start to rattle his cage. But as the story started to unravel, then I got involved. So let me just give you the who, what, when, where, and why. So on January 29th, this actor, who is African-American and gay, is in Chicago, and he says he goes out at 2 in the morning. It's 30 below zero, very, very cold, for a Subway sandwich. All right, and then on the way back from the Subway, he's accosted by 2 men. He says they're white, and one of them has a Make America Great Again hat, and they start to yell racist and homophobic things, and they put a noose around his neck, and they throw acid on him, and they rough him up. Okay, so now everybody's horrified. Everybody's horrified. You get the virtue signalers right away in the media and in political circles saying things like this. Nancy Pelosi, the racist homophobic attack on Jussie Smollett is an affront to our humanity. All right, that's Nancy. Kirsten Gillibrand says, sickening and outrageous attack and horribly. It's the latest of too many hate crimes against LGBTQ people and people of color. Senator Gillibrand. Kamala Harris, who, as you know, denied Brett, the Supreme Court justice, due process. So Ms. Harris says, this was an attempt to do a modern-day lynching. No one should have to fear for their life because of their sexuality or color of their skin. We must confront this hate. All right, so she buys into the crime. Joe Biden, okay? What happened today to Jussie Smollett must never be tolerated in this country. Joe Biden, he's buying it. Cory Booker, the vicious attack on Jussie Smollett was an attempted modern-day lynching, same wording as Kamala Harris. And Cory Booker, of course, Brett Kavanaugh, didn't get the benefit of the doubt from him or due process from Ms. Harris or Cory Booker. So again, they believe Smollett, but they didn't believe Brett Kavanaugh. Okay. So it goes on and on and on and on. All the Hollywood pinheads, Al Sharpton, all of that. So then I start to investigate Chicago police. Now, the Chicago police handle this pretty well. I looked at what they did, the statements they were putting out, but it became clear to me through local reporting in Chicago by the CBS and ABC stations there, police didn't believe what Smollett was saying. So you had to go local, because all the nationals, all right, ABC News gave this story almost an hour on all its vehicles. NBC, about 40 minutes on all its vehicles. CBS put Smollett on in a very sympathetic interview. They were all, oh, yeah, it happened. So I went on the radio on Valentine's Day on WABC in New York with Bernie and Sid, and I said this.
But I didn't cover the story when it broke because I said to myself this, and I'm a practical man, and I don't know this actor. I don't know who he is. I just don't know him. I said, okay, so you're in Chicago, and it's 50 below zero at 2:30 in the morning, and you go out for a Subway sandwich. All right, that's number one, right?
Yeah.
50 below, you're out for a Subway. Then you get your Subway, and 2 guys walk up to you at 2:30 in the morning. They know who you are, and they begin hurling slurs while wearing the hat.
Please.
So how did they know at 2:30 in the morning when it's 50 degrees below zero, you're going to go get a Subway? How did they know that? To me, I'm going, this isn't exactly law and order. This is not really hanging together. But I'm not going to say that it's a phony or a fraud. That's not right. The guy says it happened, okay. But the Chicago police don't believe the story. They don't believe it. But unless they charge the man with filing a false report, it'll just go away.
Well, it's not going away. because it's way, way bigger now than just Jussie Smollett. This is into politics. This is into the media.